Issa Rae says she's glad she became successful in her 30s. She said, I will be out here hoeing. Let me go ahead and play this clip.
Too late to get started. There are too many stories of people learning and getting their opportunities later. People like Morgan Freeman, who started late. And I think about Ava, who didn't pick up a camera till her mid 30s. My show didn't get greenlit until I was 30. I'm thankful for that because I always say if I had started to pop in my early 20s, I would be out here hoeing. So maybe it's good that you're popping later. You're more mature and this doesn't define you, doesn't define who you are. And I do feel like I have more of a sense of self because I started later and because I knew I really wanted to do this.
All right. Let's go ahead and dive into it. What Issa Rae said. I'm gonna go ahead and go to let me go to you first, Sugar Mike. What are your thoughts about it?
They just they give anybody a camera and just let them say whatever, bro. This is crazy. No, nothing she said even made sense. I'm very like to watch her ascension is great. But one of the things that I don't really understand right now is that my Uncle Ben once said, with great power comes great responsibility. And I do not think a lot of these female stars are understanding their responsibility they have to young black girls, young minority girls, young brown girls, and young girls in general when they every time they open their mouth. Now, we have created society to the point where we'll excuse a lot of your behavior when you're young, but she's mature. She talks like it. She looks like it. She's a esteemed writer now, executive producer credits, all of that stuff. There is a certain type of class we expect from you as a black woman of your stature. The same, even more so, we expect from a black man, right? So when you put yourself up there to be in this station in life, you got to say better stuff when you open your mouth, right? So if I'm not mistaken, she's even engaged to be married. Her husband need to be like, what the hell was that? What was that? Right? So I mean, I now to speak on what she said. Um, yeah, to peak in your 30s gives a lot of hope to people, right? But as women should be looking to piece their life together in a certain way, I want ladies to take Beyonce's example because she came to my area where I'm from the other night. Well, the DMV area, I'm from Virginia Beach, but anyway, all the people from where I'm from went up there to go see her. And if you would have seen the outfits ladies were wearing to go see a married woman, I like had to put my phone down because y'all are living this life of hoism to trying to impress a woman that goes home to her husband every night. It's weird to me, right? So I just want you to use the example of people that are actually doing it the right way. We have no accounts of Beyonce hoeing around. We got one boyfriend she ever had in Houston that they bring up every time it's prom season, right? That's the way women should live their life covertly. Nobody should know what skeletons you got in your closet, right? So there are women that do it the right way, and I'd rather you take their example. And we need not glorify the people who really just say stupid stuff and try to, big it up because she's saying that because that's what it's going to get laughs, and she thinks that's what the modern woman wants to hear. But she missed a moment to give some real advice to people that need it the most.
All right. Go ahead and go to Sir here. What are your thoughts about it, sir?
I respect her candor. I respect her candor. Like when I heard what she said, it made me think about the fact that when you get a level of exposure and opportunity, and this is where most people make the mistakes, you get more than you ever had before. You don't know how to deal with it. The truth is, most people would be a hoe. Like think about most men who never had something, whether this is fame or money or access. Let them get it. These may be some Bible toting Christian men, scripture quoting, hymn singing brothers, but you give him more than he's ever had before, and he'll turn into one as well. So I appreciate her candor. Now, I do think though that some things are made for certain spaces. So to Trigger Mike's point, if she was talking to all women in like a girls' conference or something like this, then that's an opportunity to really go in on that. But I can't find fault with what she said. I respect her candor, and what I got from that is that level of honesty that a lot of young girls will experience because they're not mature and they don't know how to deal with success. So I don't find fault with what she said. I actually respect her honesty on this one.
All right, go ahead, Trey Smooth.
I think she just told on herself for real, because it's like, okay, in my 20s, I would have been out here hoeing. Um, Newsflash, all women in their 20s have the opportunity to be out here hoeing. And if that's what you wanted to do, that's probably what she did. And she probably wouldn't want to mix the two. But yeah, I think she just told on herself with that. As far as the message, yeah, I think she missed the mark on that, because it's like Trigger Mike was saying, she had a great opportunity to kick some real game. But I mean, that's what she came up with. I mean, I get it, and I do understand the Morgan Freeman context. Whereas a lot of people do get theirs later. Because I know, for me as a man, it definitely works, because I probably wouldn't have been as responsible with certain things if I had them when I was younger, because I know exactly what I was doing in my 20s, messing things up, blowing it. So I could understand that point of it. But yeah, I think she was probably out there in her 20s.
All right, we got Purple Pill.
Yeah, I mean, I think y'all know my opinion when it comes to the older women. I really don't think that this is like the type of thing you should be telling women at all, especially young women. I can't believe if she's actually like an influence above like young women. That's really dangerous. Because like a lot of these young girls are actually kind of successful. Like they're making kind of good money. Say like they're bottle girls or something. They're 20, 21 years old, 22, and they're making like $100,000 a year or more. They're gonna listen to this, and then they're instantly gonna think, "Oh, I should be acting like a hoe then, since I'm making good money." Like they're gonna want to act like how they think she would want to act, and I think that's just very dangerous. At the end of the day, this is why influencers are so damn dangerous today. And like a lot of y'all said, I'm gonna pair the same thing. It's super dangerous whenever you have people like this that are influencing all the young people today. Um, I I really like how you brought up like the Beyonce things. I didn't even know that about Beyonce, how she just had that one thing from when she was younger and stuff. I'm really happy that I learned that, so I can use that example a lot more often, because yeah, she is a really good example. But it's really crazy how the girls scream all of her songs, but like to be a single lady, but at the same time, she's wifed up and stuff, and she took her husband back after he cheated and stuff. So like she's an amazing example, but they don't prop her up for those things, like the things that make her a good woman. I feel like everybody props her up for like the stupid songs.